you turn the camera?
Huh?
Need you turn the camera a little bit?
Which way?
This way.
You did this.
The beard on point.
Yeah, it's good
I'm
shit.
excited about this one right here.
Yeah. Let me get right here. Let me get right.
Good old cold Michelob Ultra, boy. This shit's so good.
I'll leave that in. What's going on, YouTube? It is Mr. Booth in the booth. Had to bring him back.
Nick B from Tennessee had to do the beard up. We're blacking out this Saturday. Extremely excited about that. The uniform drop online was second to none. They what's the name of the movie with the
That's what that's from. Venom.
Venom?
That's Spider-Man.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
It's like a dark Spider-Man, like a evil Spider-Man.
I thought the
Spider-Man.
movie was Venom itself. My bad.
I think he might have got like his own spinoff.
Got you.
Yeah.
Got you. Anyway, excited about it. Saturday night.
Oh yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
I blacked out the beard for him. I'm with y'all.
But that thing look mean.
Come on.
Preview and prediction video for Week 10 games. We're gonna give you a run through some things, some key points we want to talk about. Give you our picks, our predictions. Talk some football like we always do. I try to do the time slots in order, so I got Ohio State at Penn State at noon. I don't know why that game's at noon. I mean, if I was Penn State, I'd want to not white out, but that's what we got. It's two top 5 teams. Ohio State's a 3.5 point on the road favorite. Last time I looked.
Yeah.
Know what you got?
No, I got Ohio State at 4.5.
4.5 now.
This was yesterday's.
Oh yeah, this is all today for me.
Yeah. So damn, it jumped in.
Yeah.
A point. Okay. Yeah. I was up in there on this one. I've got Penn State picked to win.
Drew Aller right now is questionable, and I think they're just doing that to throw Ohio State off, get Ryan Day, like trying to prepare for 2 quarterbacks. I'm sure he's going to play.
Right.
But my thing is, I'm big on history repeats itself. I say it all the time. Ryan Day's undefeated against Ohio State or against Penn State since he's been at Ohio State. So until Penn State can show me change, Penn State's averaging 3rd place in the Big Ten every single year because they can't get over that hill of Michigan and Ohio State.
Right.
So I like Ohio State straight up. But if Ohio State loses this, Ryan Day better get his shit together ASAP because that's 2 losses, and they were playing a real hot Indiana team a couple weeks after this game. Might be very next week. I mean, he loses all 3 of those. Ryan Day's not going to be in the Big Ten championship game this year, and he might not be in the playoffs if he loses 3 games.
I just think Penn State's more hungry than Ohio State right now. They hadn't really played anybody. I mean, they've got a couple decent wins, but I don't know. I like Penn State in this one. I hope they pull it out.
I hope they do too, because I'm a Ryan Day hater.
Yeah, I just don't like the Cornhuskers, man. I don't the whole. I don't know. I never liked them. I'm another Ohio State hater. I hate it. Sorry.
Did you just say the Cornhuskers?
Yeah.
Who are you talking about?
No, did I say Cornhuskers? My bad, Buckeyes. I'm sorry. Yeah. My fault.
You know what a Buckeye is?
Yeah, something you carry around in your pocket for good luck.
Yeah.
That's old school stuff right there.
Yeah, it's a poisonous nut a squirrel won't even eat.
So I know that. If you at work tomorrow ask somebody from Sand Mountain, an old head from Sand Mountain, or hell, probably
Meigs County,
whatever. Yeah, they'll tell you what a Buckeye is used for. All the old heads in the South.
Did you used to carry one?
I did. I had one for a while. That. I got in a car wreck about 2 weeks after I started carrying it, so I got rid of it. So
that makes sense.
Yeah. You know, it wasn't good luck for me. So
don't need that juju, do you?
See you.
Yeah. All right. 3:30 Oregon at Michigan. Oregon's a 14.5 point favorite. Oregon's headed to the big house, and huge advantage is their Heisman Trophy running quarterback, Dylan Gabriel. I see the house clearing out in the big house about third quarter. I don't think Michigan has anything to keep up with Oregon. Um, Oregon just looks great all around.
Yeah.
Michigan does not look great, except probably their run game and sometimes their defense. I don't think Oregon has a problem going into Michigan and beating Michigan. Now, I'll tell you what is crazy. If we're the same time, if we're before the season last year, and nobody knows Jim Harbaugh is leaving Michigan, and we didn't know that Oregon already beat Ohio State, I would not have told you that Oregon is beating Ohio State at home and going to the big house and beating Michigan. I'd have said at best they're splitting them, and it's looking like they're fixing to beat both. I mean, those are both the top dogs in the Big Ten. I know Michigan's on a down year, and Oregon's fixing to run through both of them. Already beat Ohio State. I barely beat them. I know that Ohio State's a really good built team this year, but I think they're going to run through Michigan. I like Oregon to cover that 14 and a half.
100%. The Ducks are they're killing it. They are absolutely killing it. Again, we touched on this a week or two ago. I've always liked the Ducks. I like shooting them. I like watching them play football. So yeah, I think Oregon's got this by landslide. I don't think Michigan's got nothing for them. Michigan's already like their morale is depleted from the losses they've taken. I think what I mean. They're
and they can still finish all right. They're 5-3 right now.
They can, but you're also going to see players probably with this whole NIL crap going on. They're probably going to lose some players to the portal, and
And they lost a bunch losing Jim Harbaugh going 15-0 last year to already losing 3 games going into week 10. I mean, that is a huge difference for that program, but they'll bounce back. I mean, they're well known. That's a blue blood school. They'll bounce back. They'll be all right.
Not this year though.
No.
Not this year.
Another 3:30 games. Florida at Georgia. Florida's a 16.5-point favorite for the cocktail party in Jacksonville. Did you see that?
Who's the favorite?
Georgia, 16.5-point favorite against Florida. I might have. If I did, my bad. Yeah. Did you see that? They said, it's always neutral site. It's always at the Jag Stadium for that game.
Right.
And
next year it's in Atlanta.
Yeah, and then the year after that they're doing it
in Tampa or something.
Yeah, the Bucs Stadium.
Yep.
That's so stupid.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they are remodeling and redoing the stadium they currently play in.
I know, but do a home and home then. Go to Athens and go to Gainesville. These kids are in college that go to this school that want to go to these games. Get in the student section for what, $5-10? That's 2 games they're going to miss out on that.
It's because of the party involved. Cocktail parties are one of the biggest things that happens in college football.
I know, but do it in Athens and do it in Gainesville, and then go back to Jacksonville.
You won't have the same crowd. You won't have the same crowd. There's people. There's people in Gainesville that doesn't want to go to Athens, and there's people in Athens that don't want to go to Gainesville. The people in Athens don't want to go to Gainesville. I agree with 100% because Florida fans are horrendous. they're not. That's not where you want to hang out on the opposing side of football. Gainesville is. I've been once, never go back. They are not welcoming. They're not. They're what I'm saying, whatever. Like I can honestly say, being a Tennessee fan, going to Knoxville, if I see somebody acting a donkey towards the opposing team, somebody rooting for them, sitting around us or whatever, I do my best to correct that respectfully. You know what I'm saying? Like, stop, dude. We ain't gonna act like that. Stop acting like that. You know what I mean? That ain't us. We just got voted the number one fan base, like
number one college town
in America, right? And there's a reason for that because we're hospitable, Southern hospitality. You know what I'm saying? Welcome. You damn right. Come on in here, sit beside me, and let's watch this game. Even though we're gonna whoop your ass, but I mean, you know what I'm saying? Come on, sit down beside us, and let's watch this game.
There is in every fan base, though, there is a bunch of obnoxious.
Yeah, I've seen videos.
We have some.
I've seen videos of Tennessee fans acting a donkey in the stands. I mean, there ain't no sense in that. But there's a lot of alcohol involved in that too. And they're young and can't handle it, and you go.
You live and you learn, I guess.
Yep.
Key matchup in this in the cocktail party. It's Trevor Etienne against his old team. Trevor Etienne used to be the running back for Florida. Left Florida, is now starting running back for Georgia. 422 rushing yards on the year with 7 touchdowns, and Florida is ranked 15th in rush defense. So I'd say Etienne's probably telling Kirby, "Hey man, I need a few here. This is a little revenge story. I need a few touchdowns here in this game. I bet you they make that happen."
Yeah.
I'd say you see him in the end zone 2 or 3 times come
I hope it's
Saturday.
5 or 6.
It wouldn't surprise me if it is
I
that
hope
many.
it's 5 or 6. Again, not a fan of the Gators at all. That's my least favorite team in college football. Period.
They're definitely on an uphill trend if you look at what they've done in the last month. I mean, the last 3 games they played a top 5 SEC team in Tennessee to the wire, and then blew out Kentucky and Mississippi State. They're getting better on both sides of the ball, but I don't think they're ready for Georgia.
I mean, I ain't taking nothing from them. They're too big a school and there's too much money down there to not to be good.
Yeah.
I mean, that's definitely coming back. I'm not saying they're not a good university and they're not a good football team. I personally don't like them.
Yeah, I'm with you. But I'm just, you got to give credit where credit's due. They're trending upwards. I don't know if they can win one of those 4 games. I made a video last night about it. Asked Florida fans what they thought, so we'll see if they can. I mean, they're playing 4 really good teams. They got Georgia, Ole Miss, Texas, and LSU.
And lost.
I think they got a chance against Ole Miss and Texas.
And not Ole Miss. And definitely not Texas. I don't see them beating Texas. Texas is better than that. I don't. What's up with the landslide of Texas with you, bro?
They look soft to me. They play Mississippi State's the worst team in the SEC, right? They go into the 4th quarter beating them by 8 points. They lose to Vandy by 3, and they lost to Georgia.
They beat Vandy by 3.
Yeah, that's not impressive.
Okay.
That's not impressive.
Bro, Vandy's playing good ball.
Okay, at the end of the year when they're 6-6, are you still gonna say they're playing good ball?
How many games?
That's not impressive.
Let's touch on this. How many games has Alabama won in the state of Tennessee this season? Just saying. But Vandy's not that bad, dude.
Alabama's. It's a whole new thing.
Alabama's better than Florida. Tell me I'm wrong. Alabama is better than Florida. If Alabama
Yeah, I agree with you there, but what's the point you're making with that? That's where I'm confused.
Texas ain't that bad. We went off on another realm. We were talking about Texas. But anyway.
I think Florida's going to beat Texas. And I hate Florida. You know I hate Florida. Like I'm not just saying that. I really think Florida is going to beat Texas.
Let's put up car washes on that.
Car washes?
Yeah.
I'm not washing your vehicle.
I will wash your truck.
I don't want you to wash my truck.
I will wash your
truck.
truck.
That's just our work truck sitting out there.
Inside and out. Inside and out of Florida beats them. No? Because you know better.
No, man, that's not a good bet.
Okay.
Bet lunch or something on it. Bet a beer on it whenever I quit my detox.
I'll bet a beer on it.
All right, we'll bet. Bet a beer on that game.
All right, bet.
That's good with me. All right, I'm pretty sure that was all that. Well, no, we got Tennessee and Kentucky, prime time, 7:45, I think. Tennessee was a 16.5 point favorite.
Yep.
Last time I looked. What's your thoughts there?
Come on, dude. We're at Neyland.
Did they cover?
Oh yeah.
We didn't cover against Florida.
Different team. Different team, dude. And that's the Gators, man.
I
Gators are going to come with us. Everything they got. Every time we play them.
That's why I keep trying to explain it.
I don't give a damn how bad they are, how bad we are. It's always within.
That's what I tell everybody. We beat them by 5 points 2 years ago. When we won 11 games and played in a New Year's Six bowl
with Hooker.
Yes, we only beat them by 5 points.
Yep.
I mean,
yep. So yeah, I don't. It's hard to make a comparison when you have a rivalry game like that because both teams gonna come with everything they got. No matter if they show up the next week and fall on their face, or the week before and fall on their face. You think you got it, you gonna cover 21. You know. But
Did you see the? I forgot to send it to you today. Did you see the injury report going into the game Saturday?
Yeah.
Dude, Kentucky's got a shitload of players out.
Yeah.
They just lost to Auburn. That was Auburn's first SEC win, and Auburn is horrible this year. I think Tennessee rolls. I think we see the same thing we seen the last time they come to Neyland.
I agree.
30-something to 17, 40-something to 14, something like that, in my opinion. I think they cover easily.
With our defense and the way Kentucky's offense is struggling, yes, 100%. They're not gonna. They're gonna have a rough time Saturday night in Knoxville.
I gave a few people 3 touchdowns.
3. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Yep, sure did.
That's
That's a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot.
I think we can do it though. We did it last time we played them in Neyland. We beat them with Joe Milton last year. I mean, what are we talking about? It's kind of scary, but
that dude there.
He's gone. What about this? Texas A&M is only a 3-point favorite going into Columbia, South Carolina.
Yeah, you didn't. You didn't see me in that game.
No, these are just the extras. You know,
yeah,
we run through some extras.
And I don't understand that because last week I watched that game and I was like, they look better than this all season. And then second half come out, or actually fourth quarter, they were unstoppable. Like I mean, just they put it to them. So
South Carolina's defense is amazing, and if their quarterback he's very injury prone right now, but if he's healthy, it could be a close game. But I don't. Everybody keeps like saying, I think A&M's going to lose. I don't see it. I think Texas A&M stays undefeated in the SEC. I think they go to South Carolina. I think it's going to be a lot closer than Mike Elko's going to want it to be. I think it's going to be a close-ass game. I wouldn't touch the spread, but if I had to pick, I'd take Texas A&M straight up. I think Texas A&M can beat South Carolina.
Same.
But that defense is going to give that offense hell. South Carolina's defense is going to come, hit you in the mouth football just like they did against Alabama and almost beat them in Tuscaloosa.
Right.
So, if Texas A&M can keep the turnover rate down, I think they'll win the game. I mean, Alabama couldn't do it, and they didn't keep that turnover rate down and still won. I think Alabama's a better team than Texas A&M right now. But if they can keep that down, I think they win. But, I mean, they've been known to lose in Columbia, so you never know. I mean, it's not like they're going to go – it's not no cakewalk.
Yeah.
We'll just have to see.
Well, I don't know, dude. I don't – I think A&M will win the cover for sure. South Carolina's another one of them teams that you really got to look out for. And you're going to, like, don't come in that game lightly at all, thinking, you know, this Gamecocks ain't really playing, you know, whatever. That's another team. I hate to repeat myself, but that's another team that will hurt your feelings.
That defense, man, they'll play that Shane Beamer defense. They'll play smash mouth football.
Yep.
They'll get down and dirty with you.
Yep.
And you take that for granted, you will lose.
Yep.
Vandy at Auburn. I think Auburn's a 2.5-point favorite.
Go Commodores.
I think Vandy rolls. Auburn's another team that's getting better as the season's went on, but it's a little late to start. I mean, we're going into week 10 here.
Yep.
They've got one SEC win. I think Vandy will probably beat Auburn.
Yep. 100%.
Vandy does have a few tough games coming up after that, though.
Yep. Yeah, and again, I don't hate on Auburn, but they look like shit this year. Bad. Real bad.
I hate that too, man. We seen Sean tonight.
Right, we did.
I think he was wearing an Auburn hat when I seen him.
I'm sure he was. That's a pretty good costume.
Oh, man, that wasn't right. That wasn't right. That wasn't right.
He wasn't scaring nobody, but that's a pretty good costume.
Yeah. Oh, man.
My bad, Sean. Love you, brother.
North Carolina. I was asked to put this game on here and us talk about it. That's the only reason why. Dog shit versus dog shit here. North Carolina at Florida State. North Carolina's a 2.5-point favorite. I don't know why. Florida State's won one game. It's in Florida State. North Carolina is trash this year, but they did hold their last opponent to like 7 or 9 rushing yards, so their defense has gotten shit together. Florida State's on their third quarterback, and North Carolina can put up points on the board. I mean, they lost to James Madison 70-50, but their offense put 50 points on the board. I think North Carolina covers this 2.5-point spread.
100%.
If I have to pick somebody right here,
Yeah.
I think North Carolina goes into Florida State and beats the dog shit out of them.
Yeah, Florida State's it's comical to me, honestly, dude. Like, and again, I'm not a Florida State hater either. I like Florida State. They're back when I was younger, living in South Florida. I really liked Florida State when I didn't know football. But it's funny to me all the hell that rose at the end of the season.
That's what makes it so funny, dude.
It is,
just
dude.
how crazy they
Trying
went.
to sue the NCAA,
Leaving the ACC, sue this,
right.
sue that, sue this one, and they're so
made
busy.
their own little championship rings that were
Dude.
fake as crap. And then you
Dude.
got the brakes beat off of you by Georgia, and then you use the excuse that all your top players, they didn't play. They
Georgia
joined
had a
the
bunch of
draft,
players sit
this
out
and that
too
and
that
other.
game.
Georgia had a bunch of players out right, and Georgia beat the dog shit out of you. And then you come out before the season starts, you still run your mouth, and you ain't done shit this whole season. It's hilarious.
They went 1,200 miles across the world to Dublin, Ireland, to lose their first game.
to Notre Dame.
That was to Georgia Tech.
Oh, Georgia Tech, right?
That's
right,
even
Georgia
worse.
Tech. Yeah, Georgia Tech. Yeah, it is. Yeah, pretty bad.
It's pretty funny.
What did I say, Notre Dame? Yeah, Georgia Tech. I guess the Gold Helmets.
They play each other a lot, Notre Dame and Florida State. And they also asked me, I didn't even get to put the spread on here. Southern Cal at Washington.
I got to roll Washington just because of the family that I have in Washington. I got to roll with them.
I think Washington will beat Southern Cal. Southern Cal's. I'm tired. I've seen enough of Lincoln Riley. He don't need a head coaching job. He needs to go. He needs to now. No head coach will do what I'm about to say that he needs to do. But this is what he needs to do. It'll never happen. But this is what he needs to do. He needs to go to an SEC school, a dominant SEC school that has a dominant ass defense every year, and go be their offensive coordinator, and they'll win a national championship 3 of the next 5 years. That dude's offensive mind is insane. Go put him on Kirby Smart's. Go let him control Kirby Smart's offense. Kirby Smart controls that Georgia defense. I mean, I don't know if anybody will beat Georgia in the next 10 years. You got Kirby Smart's defensive mind with his offensive mind. Georgia probably win the next 10 national championships.
Well, don't hire him.
Lincoln Riley can recruit offensive players, quarterbacks. He can see quarterbacks like Superman can see through walls. He took a 7-5 Southern Cal team. That quarterback who was that? Caleb Williams won a Heisman Trophy. Went 7-5. Right. I mean, dude. But I've seen enough of him. He can't. I mean, his first year at Southern Cal, they played in the Pac-12 championship, lost it to Utah. The next year he went 7-5. Last year, okay, and then this year they're going to do worse than 7-5. He cannot. He did the same thing in Oklahoma. He can't put together a defense. Right. He cannot do it. I've seen enough of Lincoln Riley. They need to can his ass. I mean, that is a blue blood program that is always dominant, always at the top, and they hired Lincoln Riley, and it went good the first year, and it's just, I mean, it's a downhill trajectory. Right. I've seen enough of that cat, in my opinion. I mean, let's get somebody else in there,
right?
Because I'm not a Southern Cal hater. I like to see them do good.
Yeah,
kind of like Oregon, in my opinion.
Yeah,
but yeah, I've seen enough of him. That's my rant over.
Yeah, that was good. That was a good, and they were valid points. So, yeah, that was a good. What else we got?
Duke at Miami. I think Miami rolls again. I've said it 100
times. Favored by 20.
Yeah, Miami's going to go undefeated in the ACC and probably lose in the playoffs.
Ole Miss and Arkansas. We talk about that?
Nope.
Yeah. I don't know how we didn't pick that one to talk about. Honestly, dude, that's they're at Arkansas.
What's the spread on that?
Mississippi's favored by 8. Ole Miss is 6-2. And Arkansas is 5-3.
If Arkansas can pull that off, that will completely shut out Ole Miss from anything. Conference championship play, which they're pretty much, you can pretty much count them out there anyways. There's too many only one loss teams and no loss teams in the SEC right now.
Oh man, I don't know.
It depends on what Arkansas team shows up, because they're so inconsistent this year. If they show up and play like they did against Tennessee, they can smoke Ole Miss's ass. If they show up and play the same way they played Oklahoma State, Ole Miss beat them by 40 points.
Right.
So it just depends on what Arkansas team. I like Arkansas on the points though.
Yeah, I'm going Arkansas on this. It's Lane Kiffin, bro. I'm out. I don't give a damn. I wish he'd fall on his face. If you're a Tennessee fan, if you don't feel that way, you need to do some read a book, do some digging, look it up, look what he did, look what he caused, look at the mayhem he caused, and how many years it took to recover. And that was the start of it right there, Lane Kiffin. So,
We give Lane Kiffin nightmares about mustard bottles.
I wish I hit him in the nose with it instead of. Anyway,
That's good stuff.
Yeah. I ain't got no use for him, so go Razorbacks on that.
Woo Pig Suey.
Yep.
Well, we'll call it that right there.
Hey, I'm not bringing politics on the show whatsoever, but as you can see the sticker, I voted today. This is a vitally important election. Please go vote. No matter who you're for. I don't care. I'm not getting into none of that. You know what I'm saying? You vote for who you want to vote for, but
Exercise your right, man. Not every country has that right. So exercise your right.
Yeah.
Go vote.
vote. Y'all have a good weekend. Enjoy your Friday. Whoever you're pulling for, I hope they win. Go Vols.
This was In the Booth with Mr. Booth.
And Nick B from Tennessee.
Y'all have a good weekend.